Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're back with another movie reaction. Before we get into it, if you like this video, give us a like and subscribe. So tonight we just got back from watching the movie 1917. I thought it was a really good movie.
I agree.
I think what really did was the cinematography was really outstanding, and not only that, but the what do you call it? The
CGI.
No, not CGI. There wasn't much CGI. Most of it was fairly, real from what I could tell. No, the music that went along with it. The score, whatever they call it.
There was barely any music.
There was a lot of music.
You really think there was? I didn't notice it.
How did you not notice it?
It felt like it wasn't loud. At times, it felt like it had loud music, but like at times, like felt like there was like no music, or if there was, it was like not as loud.
No, there was a lot of parts of like like the time they went in that at the beginning of the movie, when they went in that tunnel thing. And
Yeah.
When they first went in, there was like this ominous music, like something was going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
So you remember there was music at that point.
Yeah, I'm just saying at different scenes there was.
I don't know. I thought that the music did really played a big part in this movie. I noticed it a lot.
They made it feel like that. What kind of feeling I would describe for like a war movie like that? Like what's the music that it wasn't in it, but like I'm just making a compare that goes da 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 da. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was like there were certain scenes like there was music that made you feel almost sad, like when he was by himself, when his friend first, when the guy's friend was, whatever you want to call it,
Killed.
Yeah, no, but other than his friend. But anyways, the guy who was with him, killed at the beginning of the movie. That there was a point that there was a part where he was hiding from the Germans before he found that woman. He was kind of by himself. Yeah. It was, I noticed the music there. There's a time when he fell in the river. The music played a part there. I don't know. There's just different parts where I thought the score made a big difference, where there wasn't a lot of what do you call it? A lot of dialogue and stuff because he's by himself.
Yeah, that's another thing. There wasn't as much dialogue in this movie. There wasn't. They were mostly walking, and that was about it.
There was a lot of times there wasn't much dialogue, but the music really, kind of helped it along. Before I forget, this was star that who was it? George McKay played like the major.
I don't even know who he is.
I don't know what he's been in something. I don't know. Remember what I've seen him in.
What about Dean Charles Chapman?
I don't know who he is.
I know Richard Madden.
Yeah, so these guys, they're kind of like really kind of known names. I mean, they're not big name actors.
The only one that is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, and he was at the near the end. He only had a very small part. I mean, maybe
his character was cool though.
Yeah, he only had like a few minutes of screen time. So
like 3 minutes.
And he wasn't really a whole lot. I mean, there was a lot going on towards the end of the movie. But overall, I really like this movie. Especially where it's supposed to be historically accurate, so this actually happened. Mm-hmm. I like movies like that where they find a story that's true, and they put it on, and they create a movie out of it, so people know. Otherwise, people would have no idea that this actually happened. Like this guy saved over 1,000 men. I guess I don't know much about the actual story.
1,600 men he saved.
So. But is that real? Or is that just in the movie? I know in the movie they say 1,600. I don't think he actually says the 1,600 because they did there's supposed to be several waves of attacks, and the first wave went out.
Well, we'll have to look up to see if there was anything that may have been misaccurate or if it's all accurate. I mean. Yeah,
I'm not gonna. It's a movie, so I'm not gonna look too much in depth about entertainment wise. I thought it was a good movie. They did say it was supposed to be accurate, and usually these stories. Are accurate up until to a certain point where, they have to make it add some entertainment factor to it because it's so people want to go watch it. So I'm sure there's a few things that would change here or there. But if this actually happened, the guy saved over 1,000 men,
which is incredible.
By himself going across,
troops running
German lines and trying not to get killed by himself. It was pretty remarkable that this guy was able to do that.
Yeah, this is one of the most deadly wars of all time. This is something dangerous. This guy did. And it's incredible what he did. Like, I can only imagine if I was in that position. Crossing German lines and having Germans running at you and shooting at you. I'm surprised he didn't get shot once. He just kept running. I think that'd be the key, because if you're running as fast as you can, it depends on the time and when they shoot, But
plus those guns back then weren't exactly the most accurate weapons.
Another thing I do notice too about this film, it wasn't really as bloody in this.
Yeah, it wasn't a gory film. It wasn't.
Yeah.
there was blood, but it wasn't like a ton. Like, it wasn't grotesque in any way. It was.
The only really thing they showed is when he's in the tent with all the injured. They only showed like two guys with like half their leg missing, but
it wasn't like in a gross way.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a rated R movie. It felt like more of a PG-13.
I don't know why they made it rated R. I don't know.
I think it's because of the cursing in it, because they do say a few words in it.
But I don't know. I can't see that giving it an R rating. There's been PG-13 movies that have a lot of cursing. I just think. I don't know. I was expecting.
What's disgusting too was the rats.
Now, there was a lot of rats in this movie.
Now, rats played a major factor in killing soldiers in both World Wars. Rats. They were the size of a possum, for crying out, and they would basically, if you were stuck in a trench, there'd be rats everywhere. It was disgusting. And basically, sometimes rats would come up to you like that big, and they would start biting you.
Yeah.
And then you would die because it's poison. And lots of soldiers.
I don't think many people got bit by rats and died from getting bit by a rat.
Look it up. I've learned that.
Maybe you're right. I just didn't know.
And it's disgusting. The part that scared me was when the rat comes jumping down, and
it kind of came out of nowhere.
I'm like, oh my god. But it was good. I thought they told a good story. I thought. It was good. So, if you're a war person that likes war movies like we do, then recommend checking this out if you haven't yet.
Yeah, like I said, the score was good. The script was good.
And it just won a few awards the other night.
Yeah, the acting was good. The scenery really made a big difference. It was just, the scenery itself was really amazing.
It felt like, too, to me, it felt like this movie, it felt like Saving Private Ryan a little bit. It's because... Because Schofield was going to find his brother, and that's what the plot was in Saving Private Ryan. But they weren't giving messages, like a delivery, like, here, this is the general, he wanted me to tell you this. And
they were going there to stop them from attacking.
And it basically, when he goes up to, but what's his name, Blake? Yeah. Whatever his first name is. And he's like, I'm sorry, but your brother got killed. That's what it felt like, comparing it to Saving Private Ryan, because when Tom Hanks' character goes up, he's like, you're James Francis Ryan, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but your brother's got killed,
right,
in action. That's what it felt like to me. So I think it was an awesome comparison to that.
Yeah, it was a little bit similar. Although the major point was him getting the note to the general, the captain, or whatever, to try to stop them from attacking because it was a trap. The note to the brother was kind of like a secondary part of the plot.
I can only imagine what would have happened if the general never even listened to him. Like, he's like, I don't care what your notes is, like, just leave. I'm surprised he actually told the guy to take it and read it.
Yeah.
And he read it.
Yeah, you're almost supposed to go to.
He's like, I don't care about your note. I've heard everything. Right. But it was, it was good though.
It wasn't really. It was slow near the beginning, but it wasn't really like slow, like in a bad way. Like, because obviously they have to build up to it, so to, I guess, almost kind of show the connection between the two guys who first get sent off there by themselves. Like, the part where one guy almost gets killed in the beginning, and the other guy pulls him out, and he's all covered with dust and stuff.
Oh no, that was a good scene where it explodes, and because that's the Germans, they blew up everything. trench was gone and
Yeah, I mean
everything was
so it
gone.
kind of showed their connection as friends, and then how he was saying that. Remember, I picked you because I thought they were going to send us to go do something easy, and it's kind of a good thing that he picked him because he's the one guy who ended up saving the rest of them. I mean, if he picked somebody else, who knows what would have happened? So, even though the other guy was a little annoyed, once he found what they were doing, that's a good thing that he did.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if we can rate this movie, what would we give it? 1 through 10. What could we rate this?
I don't know. I give
1 through 10 scale.
Give it like an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it was a perfect movie, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I would give it about a 9 out of 10. That's what I would.
I don't
give
really, it really wasn't much negative out of it. I mean,
No, God, no.
Yeah, so I can't think of anything that I didn't like about it.
No, I thought it was good. It had a lot of good scenes, a good story, good characters.
Like I said, even the outfits and the weapons they had, everything was were represented pretty well of World War One. Even the planes that were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Those were pretty cool scenes with some of the planes that they showed.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. It was just a good
I think
movie.
we're gonna wrap this up. We just want to do a quick review. Again, if you like war movies, I suggest you highly check this one out because I think it's a really good movie. So if you guys like this video, give us a like and subscribe. And until next time.
Until next time.
Stop saying that.